Hi, this is David with the Discount Dragon, and we're back again to talk more about improvised display cases. So these were some of the ones that I showed you last time. These are the clocks with a glass dome. They come in a number of variations, and if you look on the bottom here, this is not uncommon. You'll have these sort of washer things here, which you'll have to unfasten. You'll probably need a pair of pliers or a flat screwdriver to do that. Got a Phillips screw there. So basically just to unfasten this here, this comes off, it leaves the base with 3 holes in it, and then you're going to want to cover that up with either with fabric or leather or something decorative. And then that's exactly what I did with this guy, and we came up with this. So it works very nicely. So that we had already talked about last time. Now I'm going to show you some variations on this, and this is something I found just today. This is a 2-sided clock, and if you look, it has a lot of style to it. I'm thinking I might try to squeeze something like this in there, kind of semi-suspend it. This particular one has a metal piece on both sides, so I'm probably going to need to go in there with a saw or some tin snips and cut those out. But after that, it's going to make a really cool Victorian sort of display case. Another thing I really liked about this was, if you look here, it was $1.
Woo!
$1, seriously, for this. And that is an awesome display case. I probably won't find this style again, but it's going to make a really cool display. So I'll set that one aside. That's pretty self-evident. And this is another recent acquisition. This is a display globe, which I really haven't run into before. The base unscrews, and it's got a metal frog for putting floral foam or floral specimens or something like that in there. And it's a nice hard plastic base. I debated getting this because the glass is a little on the wavy side, but you know, it's just too ready-made and easy. It was only $2, so I couldn't resist. It's just ready. It's pretty much ready to go, and just asking to be a display case. So we have got snow globes in a variety of configurations. This is, you know, a fairly common sort of thing. You get the globe itself with a plug on the bottom. I think this one was filled with sand and some shells when I got it. So super simple for this. However, I want to show you something else. This is a candle holder I got. Iridescent glass. Pretty cool. What's even cooler is, look how nice it looks when you stick a snow globe in there. With a little bit of sprucing up, you can use this as a display and have a really fancy sort of mystical or Art Deco display. Get rid of the black plug, stick something else nice in there, and for literally like $1.50, here's where we are. So very nice. And you know, improvise whenever you can. There's all kinds of cool stuff out there. Now here is another interesting case. This is a light fixture, and as soon as I saw this, I was like, ah, because the immediate thing I thought is, take it upside down, get rid of the electrical stuff inside, and this becomes a 12-sided beveled glass display case. So once I clean this out, I mean, this is going to make an awesome high-end display case that you literally could not buy as a display case anyplace, because nobody makes like beveled glass 12-sided display cases. It's just not out there. But this is going to turn out to be a really neat kind of steampunky vintage display case once I clean, you know, the thing off the end and get the chandelier out of there. So it's going to turn out really nice. And it was $6 at Goodwill. I got it on sale half off, so $3. Seriously. You can't buy a plastic case for that. Here is another example of an improvised display case. Now this looks like some kind of science fiction-y specimen container. And you may be wondering what it is. It was a lamp. This is where the plug used to go, or the cord used to go. It went up through here. There used to be a metal rod that came up through here and out the top. But I took this wonderful glass, I glued it onto the base, and then we're going to have this, and this is going to be a display case for one of my fake scientific specimens. And wow, I don't know how much you'd have to pay to get something this nice, even if you could find it, but this is going to be really fun, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it yet, but it's going to be something neat. So do keep an eye on things like light fixtures and lamps at your thrift stores, because some of them, with a little creativity, can turn into really awesome stuff. So then we get to what I actually wanted to start out the video about. Somebody had asked, okay, you've got all these snow globes, and these come in a wide variety. You got all these snow globes, how do you turn them into display cases? How do you get the junk out of them? What do you do with them? So I'm going to start out with a super simple one. These, I've seen a bunch of these in the thrift stores. It looks like it's got a solid base on it, but actually the base is nothing more than a piece of rubberized foam. It comes right off, and then this, I'm like, I will unscrew it. Just move this over a little bit. Just unscrew the cap. Ooh.
As the water goes all over.
Crumbly junk here.
Oh, it does?
Ooh, yeah. So we unscrew it, and you just empty that out. And this one's got like a little foam plug. So you get this garbage out of here. And it's basically kind of like a jar. I probably wouldn't go back to using the foam. You can if you want to, but if you want to, there you go. And this was probably like 50 cents or $1. They're just, you wait till somebody prices it right, and if you're really patient, you wait till they price it right, and then they have a half off sale, which Goodwill does once a week, or actually once a month.
Twice a month, yeah.
So super easy. This is the easiest level, level 1. Then you get to this, which looks like it's going to be more difficult. It's a solid wood base, but all they did was they just took the same thing, little screw cap thing, and they stuck it inside a solid wood base. So that will just drain out, and then we'll have another one that'll just screw onto its base. This one, since it is solid wood and looks halfway decent, I'll probably just keep the base and use it that way. So then we keep moving along, and this one is more advanced. It's got a music box built into it, and it's got some screws. And once you start getting into...
That water looks really gross, man.
Oh, it does, yes. Once you start getting into the more involved snow globes and, similar things. A lot of them don't even have snow in them. They're globes, and in this case, it's like a swamp water globe.
Sludge globe.
Yeah, a sludge globe. So let's see what happens when we take the screws out of this.
Do you want to touch that?
I'm tough enough, maybe. If I don't make it to the end of the video, just know I love it.
I'm just kind of worried about if it smells bad and stuff.
It might. Ooh. And don't break your snow globes, because it's not fun. Now, there are the snow globes with music boxes in them. I think I mentioned this before, but what I'm going to do is take the music boxes that work well and stick them on Etsy as a batch of music boxes for people that use those sorts of things in their projects. So pop that. Okay, so they used some glue on this one, so we will come back to this one at a future time.
Later.
But really, you just pry it up. Sometimes you can get into them from the bottom, and they'll have like a plug that you get in through the base, and you just have to drain it out and put it back together again. And let's see. Oh, I think this one here was going to be one of the semi-easy ones too. This one does have a music box, but when I felt this, it felt yep, they've got, it just like twists off because the glue is nice and old. So you got the music box in there. No, you don't. And then you got this rubberized plug, which is old and disintegrating. Ugh. So I'm going to mess with that later too, but you get the idea. You remove the rubberized plug, stick it back in there, and you're good to go. And we've got this one here, which is a nice, big, fancy one. And it looks like they also glued this base plate on. See? Nope, that's not twisting. So probably what we'll have to do is remove the screws, pry off the base plate, and then get in through the bottom. But each one of these is done a little bit differently. Some of them take a little bit of grunt work, and some of them pop right apart. So, to finish up this episode, really, take a look at snow globes. They are awesome if you've got something that'll fit through the opening and if you use a little bit of creativity. And once again, things like candle holders can turn into awesome awesome bases for your displays. Let's see how this one works. No, that one's not going to work. But let's get back to the original one I was using for that. This guy, which doesn't have the screw-on part, candle holder plus an old snow globe, and you're in business. Keep an eye out at your thrift stores, and most importantly, just keep creative. Look for bargains so you don't price yourself out of the market, and don't rule things out because they might take a little extra work. So, go display case hunting, and I'll see you next time.